Good morning. Everybody okay? I hope you're all enjoying the snow. If it is actually the time of year when you're getting snow, obviously today I've got snow like we had yesterday. Continued snowing right the way into the middle of the afternoon, but it was landing on a really wet sort of like ground because they've been throwing it down for about 24 hours before then. But I've got snow and it's brilliant. Really good, and a bit of sunshine hitting me in the face as well, which is really nice, but because it's really cold down here this morning. Anyway, one of the most fantastic things I think about the snow is you can see who's been creeping around your garden, that sort of stuff. And you guys might be able to see this, you might not, but actually I've got a really nice big paw there, paw print, and I've got sort of like not so bigger paws there, and more bigger paw prints and not so bigger paws, and they kind of go up there, which means that the badgers have been around and so have the foxes, and we do get those around this neck of the woods, and it's really amazing. I have seen them around the back, absolutely incredible. Foxes I've had probably from me to where the phone is now that's recording me. They've been really close to me, and if you're quiet, it's great, they'll come close to you. How about the birdies? Who's feeding the birdies? I am. Who else is feeding the birdies? Yeah? If you've got the bird seed feeder outside, make sure it's well stocked, because these lovely birds that you can see in the background at the moment, or here in the background should I say, they're definitely needing our help at this time of the year. And if you do start feeding the birds, you'll be magically amazed by how many different varieties of birds come onto your feeder. You know, we've had so many birds on our feeder, so many different varieties over the years, and some real rare ones as well that have actually come onto the feeder. They see other birds feeding, they go, that looks like a good place to go and feed, I'll go down there and I'll go and feed them. So if you put the bird feeder, I don't know, sort of my height, around the sort of 6 foot mark off the floor, that stops any of the cats, and anybody who knows me knows that our cat, you know, Colin, he's a good hunter. So if you put the bird feeder around about sort of, you know, sort of bottom ends around 6 foot, this sort of thing, if you put them around there, it'll stop anything jumping up at them. And they like a little bit of shelter, that sort of thing as well, so underneath a branch or something works really well for them. But get some, what have we got in a moment? Sunheart seeds. That's what we've got. That's what we've got. They love that. And also this time of the year, sort of like little suet balls and things like this. They like those sorts of things. So if you are doing your bit, absolutely amazing. If you're not, have a look round. We're not doing much at this moment in time, but these birds still need feeding. Okay, so that's my eco plug for this morning. Anyway, let's make a start. You've done 11 stanzas, and the first thing we have to do before we do anything is to bow. So bring your feet together. Bring your cloud across the moon. Sorry, bring your hand across the moon. Bring your cloud across your hand and bow. It's cold, my brain's frazzled. V stance, we all know that. If you've been following these sessions up to now, you know it, it's easy stuff. Eagle stance, where you're making a vert or V shape with your feet. Lift your heels up, twist, drop down. Bear stance. Can you hear that little, there's a little bird really close in. You hear that? You won't see this, but I've got a robin. He's literally at the side of me here, on the branches at the side. Good morning. Hello. Can you hear the chirping? There's one robin above, at this moment, above the camera. And there's one robin, literally, if I extend my arms, he's just out of shot, only just out of shot. And he's kind of looking at me saying, oi, will you start digging up the garden, this sort of thing, so I can get some worms. So I might bring you, well I will bring you some food down in a bit, okay? I'll bring you some stuff. Anyway, bear stance. Go out a little bit wider. Horse stance. Don't forget, sit on your horse, alright? You've got to sit on the horse. And, imagine you're standing in snow. And I am, yay. Lift your foot up. I've got my footprint there, step over it. So the footprint's right in the middle. Put your hands out, grab all the horse's reins, pull them back, turn them over, tuck them in, sit on the horse. Excellent. 5 ways of standing on the way out. For years and years I've used this analogy of imagine you're standing in the snow, or imagine that you're standing on the beach, and this is the very first time that I've actually done this, where, I mean, I've done it personally, but I've never filmed me doing this. So yeah, my footprint's there, it's great. Dragon stance, step forward, don't matter which leg, whatever leg goes forward, the same hand goes up in the air, slight bend in that, there, okay? So if we do that this way, pointing towards my lovely fluffy robin here, I do that, I put my hands up like this, alright? Dragon stance, whatever leg you've got forwards, same arm goes above your head, alright? So there, dragon stance, okay? Now, next one we did after dragon was the classical one. In other words, people know it, which was the crane stance. So lift up and then come down. I'm not going to do it on both legs today, because you know this. If you've been following these DVDs, these videos on YouTube, you know what I'm doing. So that's a crane stance. Try and get your knee level, so your thigh, should I say, level. All right, doesn't matter if it's sort of pointing down, but if you can get it there, that's great. You don't have to go there, so your knees, you know, higher than your hips. Just keep it like that. All right. One after that was a monkey stance. So we had heel down, squared off hips there. All right. Paws out. So if I do that from the side, there. Okay. Squared off hips like that. All right. So that was monkey. Then we went from monkey onto a dog. So if you go from there and then just lift your foot up, you got a dog. Okay. If you take it back down to a monkey, the next one was a cat. So you're just going to change your heel to the ball of your foot, down to your toes. There. Okay. So if we do that from the side, you've got dog, monkey, cat. Okay. Dog, monkey, cat. Okay. So dog, monkey, cat, and then yesterday on the last DVD, last video, we did a duck stance. And again, duck stance is really, really, really good for getting your legs really, really strong. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I'll show you the duck again from yesterday, but I'm going to do it forwards. I'm going to do it off to the side as well. So duck, go from monkey. Got huge wood pigeon prints down here now, amongst the badgers and the foxes. There. Legs squared up. Okay. Drop your toes down, but keep these level. All right. Duck. Monkey. Cat. Duck. Okay. And you will find that'll start to ache on there. Right. This should be fun today, because we're going to do the widest stance now. We're going to go from a riding horse stance, and we're going to do another stance, another one of the cats. So we're actually going to do a leopard stance. Now a leopard stance can be done in two ways, okay, so two ways. It can be done in a basic version, and it can be done in an advanced version. Now, this is going to be fun, because I'm going to put my legs out quite wide in a little while, and that could mean I slip. If it does, feel free to laugh, yay. All right, so put your feet in a horse stance. And a leopard stance is as simple as this. Take all your weight over to one side. So this leg now is straight but relaxed, okay? This knee is bent, okay? And then come back to the center, go across that side. Okay, straight, bent, relaxed, no tension in this, okay? Go across. All right, so it's literally as that. Now, hopefully my head isn't going up and then down. All right, imagine when you're doing this that you've actually got, if you like, piece of wood across your head, or the ceiling's been lowered down quite a bit. So it's now, when you go there, it's now on top of your head. And what you're going to do is you're going to slide across the ceiling with your head. Okay, so you're going to slide. Imagine my hands are the ceiling. Slide. Don't come up, come over, and then down like that. go across. There. Okay. Go like that. So if you go this way, as you guys are looking, you've got a right leopard. If you go that way, you've got a left leopard. Okay. So you've got a right leopard, left leopard, right, left. Okay, so that's the basic version of it. Now, I haven't done any warm-ups or anything like that. I'd advise you guys to do a little bit of a warm-up before you actually do this next sort of thing. So we're going to do the advanced leopard stance, along with that beautiful robin singing a little tune there above your heads. We're going to do an advanced leopard stance. So if you go out to the riding horse stance there, okay, and all we're going to do now is we're going to bend this knee and keep that one straight, and I'm going to show you a little thing with your hands in a bit. So if we do that, so we're going to get to there. All right, now I'm not going to go down fully, but I'm going to go down a little bit. So here, okay, and then go over to there, and then over to here, there. So what you're doing is you're bending this knee, keeping that one straight. All right, now your hands, put your hands together, okay, and then sink, and then go over. Okay. Now you're going to feel that on the insides of your legs here. All right, on the abductor muscles, you're going to feel that on the inside of the legs. Those muscles on the inside. Okay, so if that's your leg, this muscle running down here, that muscle group. All right, if it's this leg, goes running down this side. Okay, you're going to feel it, and you'll feel it start to stretch. So one of the reasons why I've not gone too low there is because I have done no warm-up. I've just literally come down. I'm down from the house. I'm freezing cold, and I've done no stretching, this sort of thing. So you can take that lower than that. You can go down low. The key to this is when you go down low, don't lift up the heel on the knee you're bending. So if you're here, right, just do this from a basic. Don't lift that knee up, the heel up. Go do this sort of sideways on so you can see it. Here. Don't lift the heel up. So don't start going down with your heel up. Keep your heel there, all right? Keep your heel there, and then just sink. So go, all right? And then when you go that way, same thing. Don't lift the heel up. Don't lift your heels up. Keep your heel down. Now, this will be a stretch for some people. That really will be a stretch. For some of you, you can do that straight away. It took me a while. I'm not dropping, you know, as low as I can go. I'm just keeping it nice and sensible at this moment in time. But if you're nice and warm and you are sort of like, you know, nice and muscles are warmed up, feel free to go down lower than that. All right, so drop down. So do this. I once asked one of the old masters, old teachers, who showed me that, and I said, why you got your hands like this? You know, because normally like that or like this sort of thing. And smiled and said, you're praying you don't stay down too long. All right, and you get, after a while, you get what I mean. You go down, and then when you want to hunt, you go from one leg to the other, and you do not come up, okay? So when you're down, right, when you're down here, there, you go down and you hunt. So you go from one side, so you go from right leopard to left leopard, okay? And if you do that, you'll find that your legs will start to ache. It's an excellent stance, all right? Anyway, sun's hitting me more in the face now because it's getting higher and higher. I think tomorrow we've got rain. I think it says heavy rain, something like that, which means this will probably be, certainly for the next few days, hopefully it'll snow next week, I don't know. But this will now mean that this will probably all melt away by the time I come to the next day's video lesson. So I have to make the most of it today because it's beautiful. And I'm going to do a warm-up now. Alright, so give me a few seconds, I'll get it going. Remember the rule, real simple. If you're at home now and you've got 2 or 3, 4, whoever's doing it, or in school, alright? If you're in school, pick somebody to actually start this off. And then we're going to have a running order, so you pick somebody else and they have to do another movement. You can follow me if you want, I'm not too cool when I do these movements at all. In fact, I'm not at all. You know, I'm just doing things. I know you guys watching this, you'll be able to do some way cooler movements than me. Keep it safe, as I say in all the videos. Don't suddenly start doing things where others are trying to copy you, particularly if they've never tried it before. People can get injured from that. So keep it nice and safe, but keep it nice and silly as well. All right, give me a few secs, I'll put the music on.
Dinner is
Okay.
on, radio's playing, it's a
Feel free to
Sunday
laugh if I
again.
slip on.
Mother is singing to
Change.
the tune. Dad's with his toms. The greenhouse is busy, it's a pruning again. Everything's easy and makes
Change.
sense. I like it. I like it.
Change.
Sisters in bed. Mother is shouting to her. Pack up your dolls. Dinner is ready. Go tell
Change.
Dad. The whole house smells good. I look at the street, the scenes ain't exactly the same. The windows are playing Sunday
Change.
songs. I like it. I like it.
Change.
Don't think I'm wrong. I'm singing songs, just watching Sundays on.
Change. Change again. Change.
I like it. I
And
like
change.
it. I like it.
Change.
I like it.
And change.
I like it.
Excellent. The old nose is running at the moment. It's very cold. I don't know what it is down here. -2 or 3, something like that. Anyway, we're going to go through the whole of the very first 8 moves, and then to finish off today I'm going to show you a brand new move from a completely different form of Tai Chi. If you remember from previous videos, form means basically more than one move. Alright, so 8 form means 8 moves, 10 form, 10 moves, okay? So we're going to go through everything. So put your feet, sliding around here, put your feet in your horse stance and bend your knees, okay? Relax your shoulders, and we're going to do 3 breaths in and out before we start to move, okay? So I really want you to relax. Every time you breathe out, think, relax, really go, okay? Really relax into this. So breathe in through the nose, and breathe out through the mouth. As you're breathing out, relax. Breathe in through the nose. And breathe out through the mouth. Breathe in. And breathe out through the nose. Okay, let's start those moves. Breathe in, lift up. And breathe out. Bring your wings around the ball, lean over. Ooh, what's that? Leopard stance. Turn, open, breathe in. Flap your wings and breathe out. Go this side, turn, breathe in. And breathe out. Step forwards on your right leg. Lift your arms up, breathe in. Sink back and breathe out. As you step back. Breathe in as you come back up. Step back as you breathe out. Okay? Lift up the right knee. And then breathe out. Lift up and breathe in. Take your wings out to the side. Breathe in. Push. Breathe out. Lift up. Breathe in. Push. Breathe out. Turn your hands over. Put one over the top of the other. Don't let them touch. You might feel heat coming from the bottom of the hand to the back of the top one. Drop your ball. Breathe in. Breathe out. 3 drinks. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Turn again, breathing in. And then breathe out. Breathe in. And then breathe out. Lift your arms up, okay? Lift them up. Turn them at each other, come down, breathe out. Circle your arms, hold the moon, cloud around, and bow. Excellent. All 8 moves, okay? All 8 moves there for you. Hopefully you'll now be able to remember what those moves are, okay? So your first movement, crane wakes up, yeah. Second movement, crane catches the breeze. Look at the stances I'm doing. Yeah? Leopard, monkey. Crane stretches wings. Up. Crane dances. Up. Breathing in on the way up and out on the way down. Crane prepares to fly. Push. Okay. Crane takes flight. Crane drinks water 3 times. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Push the sun down. Lift up, breathing in. Your fingers above your head, in front of your face, down you go. Breathe out, all the way down. Strange, my hands have suddenly gone all warm. Not very cold at all now. This is what's going to happen is the chi, the breath, okay, breathe in, your lungs now go, oh great, we've got all this lovely air that's just come in, and inside that air you've got some oxygen. Around 16% is what we get today, and we really love oxygen, we really need oxygen. But you've got other things in there, so you've got oxygen and nitrogen, that sort of stuff are really, really good for the body. And a few other good things. And then depending on where you live close to a road, this sort of thing, you know, you might have some things that aren't that great, you know, for you that you're actually breathing in. So good deep breathing is so important for us. It's really, really important for us. It's the thing that fights off infections. It's the thing that fights off viruses, because this oxygen purifies your system, purifies your lungs, puts more oxygen into the bloodstream, goes to the muscles, goes to the bones. It's the oxygen that's the food to fight things with. It's such an amazing thing. If we have more oxygen or a better oxygenated body, very few health problems, okay? You really must, and I don't often say this, but must concentrate on breath work. Breath, qi, work, in Chinese, gong. Qi, gong. Breath work, okay? Concentrate, do the breath work, all right? If you do that, nothing can ever manifest in a well oxygenated pool. You think of a pond. If it's well oxygenated, if the right plants are in there, if it's moving, you know, if everything's okay. But as soon as you suddenly get a pool and you make it, you know, into a little sort of like puddle or something, or a pool away from the main thing, right, it starts to stagnate. And you can see this a lot, right? Stagnates. That's like the body. If you have a really good oxygenated body, and you can do this without doing huge amounts of exercise, just do the breath work, the qi gong, just do the breath work, right? Breathe in slowly, breathe out slowly. Mouths not wide when you breathe out, mouths like you have little straw, tiny little mini straw, you know, going out. So breathe in and breathe out. And then you can add some movements and stuff that I'll teach over the weeks as we go. You can add movements to this, and that then starts to strengthen the bones in various positions and muscles, stuff like we've already been doing, that sort of thing, okay? So really important, do the breath work. And at this moment in time, we're in a situation where this viral conditions come over, you know, and it's spread throughout the whole world. Whole world. There's literally, I don't think there's any places that have got it. And the thing it attacks the biggest is the lungs, all right? So we need good, strong lungs. Good, strong lungs, all right? Okay? Rant over, new move, okay? So, I'm going to do this sideways on to start with. So, I'm going to stand in a horse stance, all right? So you guys keep facing me, just watch. And I'm going to step back on that leg. And then what I'm going to do then is I'm going to turn, and I'm going to turn that foot. And guess what happens? I'm now in a horse stance facing that way. All right? So, start off in a horse stance facing this way. Take your right leg, okay, back. Start to turn it. Start to turn that. Okay? Now there are various ways of doing this. I'm keeping a lot of contact with the floor at this moment in time when I do that. But if you notice, when I step back, ball of the foot goes down, and I turn on the ball of the foot. Do you see that? There. And I turn on the heel of this one. Opposites. Ball of the foot on one. Yeah, so ball of the foot on one. Heel of the foot on the other. And I'm in a perfect horse stance facing you guys. All right, so try that again. So step back, turn, turn. There. All right. Now I'm going to use my hands now, and I'm going to do this in various directions. So don't worry if you're getting confused with this. I will do it in various directions. It's going to give you something really cool to practice for the next video. Okay, give you something nice to practice. So from there, I'm going to step back, and as I turn, I'm going to turn on this heel, but I'm going to turn with my hand there, and I'm going to do a movement. Shut the door. Okay, shut the door. So from here, step back, turn. As that goes down, this starts to move. This brings my hand across. You see that? Brings my hand across there. Shut the door. Okay? Try that one more time. So step back, start to turn, shut the door. Okay? So if I do this now facing you, I'm going to step back, tell you, I'll mirror this so you can keep going on your right leg. So I'll mirror this for you. So I'm going to go back on my left. All right, so step back, turn, turn, shut the door. Okay? Yeah, shut the door. All right, try that again. Step back, turn, turn, shut the door. Now I'm not doing anything fancy at the moment. I'm not moving, I'm not putting any sort of like, you know, body movement in, anything from the hips, anything like this. I'm not doing any of that. I will do, but I'm not going to do it at the moment. I want you to learn this as a basic move. All right? So, if we do it now from this side again. So, feet together. Step back on your right leg. Turn. And then turn. Okay, you shut the door. Hands in front of your face, there. Now what we're going to do now is we're going to take our weight over. Ooh, what's that? Yeah, leopard stance, isn't it? So from here, take your weight over, which now allows you to lift this leg. So lift this leg up. But as you lift the leg up, lift your hand up. Imagine you've got a bag of balloons above your head. Pull those bags of balloons down. Okay? Let's try that again. So, step back, turn, shut the door. Take your weight over, leopard stance. Right? Now this time I want you to drop this hand as you lift your knee and your hand up with this one. Okay? So you're going to drop that hand as this one comes up, opposites, yeah? So this is coming up, your knee's coming up with it, and then put it back down and pull down. Imagine you've got a bag of balloons above your head. I'm not sure what it looks like at the moment on camera because I'm just on my own, so I don't know how high my hand's going, if it's out of shot, that sort of stuff. I look back at the footage from the previous one and I think I was sort of like a little bit too close. So hopefully you guys have seen this. All right, let's try it one more time. So from here, step back, turn, shut the door. Okay, so shut the door, grab the balloons. So hand down, once it's shut the door, drop it down, lift your other knee up, lift your hand up, pull down, and then to finish off, shut the door. Okay? I'll do it a little bit fancier for you now. I'll show you the sort of movements with my hands. Alright? You can try this, but do get the basics first, okay? So from here, so up. Alright? That's not anywhere near the best I can do. I'm sliding everywhere at the moment in time. But it's a really good thing for you to look at. Alright, we'll do the breath that goes with this and everything else tomorrow. Don't want to make this too long. My hands are lovely and toasty now. I could go and dig in the snow or something, that sort of stuff. Alright, I hope you enjoyed yesterday's second video. If you haven't watched it, go and have a look. And it's this view that you guys have got this moment in time. What I did is I just did a little sort of like a little tour. I kind of went over here and then up and round, that sort of thing, and up and round the back there. Did a little tour, and it was just to show you sort of one part of the garden. There's the same amount that goes up that way as well and out that way, sort of thing. So it was just lovely, absolutely beautiful in the snow yesterday, and still is today. Anyway, that's the end of today's session. I hope you've had a good time. Don't forget, go feed the birds. Yeah, one of my favourite songs from Mary Poppins, Feed the Birds. Go and feed the birds. Yeah, not tuppence a bag sadly anymore, but it's not too much. And if you can manage it, you know, and get out there or order some in, this sort of thing if you can. And get a bird feeder up and feed the birds. They want our help, okay? Have a lovely rest of the day. See you very, very, very soon. And take care of everybody else. Stay positive, stay, you know, looking forwards and not back. You know what I mean? Put a smile on everybody's face. That's your mission today, is make everybody else laugh, all right? If everybody else is laughing, we're all cool. Okay, so bring your feet together. Hand across. And bow. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.